I think investors are really going to be focused on Apple's revenue guidance for the March quarter. And consensus numbers are in the high 60s billion. But I think expectations, as you can see with the stock coming down, are likely in the $60–62 billion range for expected revenues, Apple's guidance for the March quarter. That's going to be the most important number. I think other numbers that investors are going to be focused on are exactly how many iPhones did Apple sell in the December quarter, and expectations are around 77 to 79 million phones. What the average selling price of those phones are, and expectations are around $750. And then what the new tax rate is going to be going forward, because Apple's current tax rate is 25.5%. And I think most people, including ourselves, believe that that number is going to go below 20, which will certainly help earnings, all else being equal, going forward.
You have a buy rating and $195 a share price target on the stock, but let's pick that most important number you mentioned, and that is the revenue forecast number. If it comes down from that high 60s, 69, 68, into the low or mid 60s, how will the stock react?
You know, the stock has underperformed the market by about 12% since Apple last reported earnings. So clearly the market is anticipating that results could be disappointing. And so I think, you know, really the number to beat in terms of revenue guidance is probably in that 60 to 62 billion range. I think even though you would have a downward revision in revenues, I think the market has largely digested that. And if the revenues come in at 62 billion or 64, let's say, for guidance, you're still going to be looking at EPS for the year that could be flat to up, depending on where iPhone ASPs are and particularly where tax rates end up.
So, Tony, your focus on the total revenue number, the total sales number, does it not matter what path Apple takes to hit that number? In other words, does it not matter what that mix is, what the ASPs are, what the GMs? And I guess what I'm getting at is, if they miss on iPhone 10 demand, is that going to outweigh meeting that revenue number?
Yeah, look, Apple doesn't comment on specific iPhone SKUs, so they won't say how many iPhone 10s they sold or how many they expect to sell. And that's why the average selling price is probably an important indicator for that. Again, I think the street's about $750. We're a bit higher than that. But even then, it will be difficult to really pinpoint exactly how many iPhone 10s. So people are going to be looking to total revenue, which is going to be some reflection of units and mix. And they're going to be looking at the gross margin number, which for this quarter, investors are looking for 38.5%. And certainly if the guidance is for that to be better next quarter, that would be positive, and obviously conversely so.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.